All right, so everybody get into your really nice position where it's comfortable. So you're in kind of this position. I'm sitting on something just to make it comfortable. If it bothers your knees, you can also take the block if you have one and bring it up a little bit higher, shifting back, and that takes even more pressure off the knees. So we're going to be here for a few minutes, so you want to be as comfortable as possible in this position. So we're going to begin with our 3-part breathing. Now today I'm going to do my breath with my palms up on my legs. So just find yourself comfortable. You might even want to go back and forth a little bit so you really feel like where your shoulders and hips are in a nice place. Taking that nice deep breath through the nose into the belly, continuing to breathe, feel the breath. Once the belly's full, going up into rib cage, up all the way into the chest, pause at the top, holding. And then slow exhale, starting from the top. See if you can connect top. And as that empties, you'll feel rib cage. You'll feel rib cage drop. And you'll feel into the belly and really give it a strong exhale so that you feel that belly drawing all the way back. Feel what it feels like to have the brace. Pausing just for a sec on the out breath. And let's go in again to the in breath through the nose. And I'm going to leave the tempo to you today, so that you're focusing more on the movement of the breath all the way up to the chest, pausing at the top. And once you're there, then slow exhale. And I'm going to do these exhales for right now through my nose, but really make it that Ujjayi breath so it's easy to go really slowly. Let that bottom draw it in. Pause at the bottom. Let's go one more time. Inhale. As you're doing this, see if you can relax everything. Feel the expansion, the buoyancy, the lift as that breath goes all the way up into the chest. Taking maybe an even deeper breath, a tiny extra sip at the top, pause. And start that exhale. Can you feel the shoulders drop? Then the rib cage drops, the back relaxes, and then the breath goes down into that belly and pulls in. Beautiful. Now we're going to change it up just a little bit on the exhale, but let's still go right into that inhale one more time. Feeling it coming all the way up, extra sips at the top. And now as you slowly exhale, put your focus now on the palms of your hands. Slow exhale. So you're exhaling. You can still feel how the chest drops, the rib cage drops, the belly goes in, but your focus is on those hands. Feeling that might be tingling or warmth in the palms. 2 more times like that. Inhale. So when you do it like that, you're allowing the energy that you're bringing in to stay in, but you're exhaling the air. So feeling that right there in the palms on the exhale. Dropping the shoulders, dropping the rib cage, and just allowing that belly to draw in, really feeling that brace now, right? Isn't that how we do it? Exhale even more, and just notice what all those muscles feel like. Beautiful. And then you can just kind of let all that go, obviously continuing to still do those beautiful deep breaths. So now we're going to do a little bit of an assessment up in the neck. So staying in that beautiful, peaceful place that you're at, we're going to do these from different focuses. Just notice the difference. So right now, you can even put a fingertip right there on the tip of your nose, just to get a sense a felt sense of the nose focus. Nice. And now from your nose focus, I want you to keep your head in alignment, ear over shoulder, but take that nose and start to drop it down towards your chest. But just pay very close attention to what you're feeling in the neck and shoulders. So just dropping down from the nose focus. So like I'm feeling a lengthening across the back of my neck. I'm feeling a lot of tension, if you will, right in the back sides a little bit. And then from the nose focus, bring the head back up till it's level. From nose focus, drop the head back. So you're kind of lifting the nose to the sky. Feeling the opening now in the front of the throat, right? So the front of the throat lifts, might feel a little contraction there in the back. Do you feel something in those back neck muscles? And then from nose focus, bring the head all the way back up. Just feel it just kind of bobbing there in a perfect place. And relax there. Now we're going to shift that focus to the chin. I don't think we really need to touch the chin, but if you're not sure, you can always do that for a focus. Now, I want you to drop the head down, but chin goes down to chest. Notice the difference. So notice that when the chin goes down to the chest, the whole head really comes forward, doesn't it? Yes, you might feel a lengthening in the back, a contraction on the chest, in the front of the throat. Notice if you feel more tension on one side of the neck than the other. And then from the chin, lift the head back up to the starting position. Good. Now, dropping the head back, but thinking about it from the chin. So as you lift the chin, notice how the head really drops back, like the whole head. You get a lot more contraction. Now only go if there's any pain, you come back out of it, right? So be really careful about what you're doing. Notice what you're feeling, dropping the chin back. And then from the chin, bring it all the way back up. Right? And settle the head back on the shoulders. Good. So just having an awareness that if you do more from the nose, it's much more gentle. You're able to keep that head in alignment. So when we tend to drop and use our chin focus, sometimes we can get too much contraction pressing in the back of the neck. Now we're just going to do a look over. We're not going to do a drop side to side. We're just going to do a look over. So we're going to do it again, nose. So just from your nose, take your nose and take it over to the left shoulder. Just look over your left shoulder, again, paying attention to what muscles pick up and shorten, which ones lengthen, only going to where you go with absolutely no pain. And notice the range of motion. Nose focus, bring your head right back to the center. Nose focus, take it to the right. Do you have better range of motion on one side? Where are you feeling constriction, restriction? And bring it back again. Good. Now let's do it from the chin. So from the chin focus, take the head over to the left. Notice if that's different. Bring it all the way back to the center. And go the other way, to the right. Did you notice chin focus, nose focus, any different on side and restriction, what you're feeling? Bring it all the way back. Good work. And just some shoulder rolls. Just let's get rid of that tension. Now it's time to come up off of this little platform, is it not? Dropping it back. Let's just bring those legs straight out in front of you. Give it a bit of a jelly roll. Get some energy going back in there. Woo! Boy, I really felt that. So let's go ahead and we'll get rid of some of that lower leg tension. And then we're going to go into our foot sliders. So I'm just going to shift on back here, getting comfortable. Good. And let's go ahead and think about pressing the back of the knee down into the ground and then flexing the feet. Pull those toes back. Let's get some energy flowing back in there after they've been sitting a while. And then just let all the tension go. Good. Let's do it again. Press down underneath the knee. Notice how that also engages the quads. Then start to flex the foot back. Press through the heels. Good. Now pull your toes back towards you and spread them wide. How does that feel? Oh, I got to look at my toes. And then just let the toes go. Let the whole leg go. Do a little bit of a shake. Excellent. Let's go on. Go ahead, press down underneath the knees. Flex the feet. Good. Notice how the heels will lift, feeling the engagement of the quads. Curl the toes. Point the toes down. Press the heels in the ground, pull a little bit forward. Good. Now, what are you feeling in the whole leg? Let's just pull the toes back, spread them, and flex those feet back up again. Good. Just one more time. Curling toes, pointing them down, toes pulled back, flexing the feet. Good work. You might need to take them out slightly wider, you'll notice. Now, right from here, just go ahead and internally rotate. Look at the big toes and bring them in towards each other. The whole leg internally rotates. Then take the feet down, pointed toes. Then take the pinkies to the outside. See if you can touch the pinkies to the floor. And then flex the feet all the way back up. And let's do that one more time slowly, noticing what you're feeling. The big toes might even cross there. Now point them down. Pinky toes touch, bringing it back up. Beautiful. Let's go the other way. Pinky toes touch, coming all the way down, pointed toes. Bring it forward, big toes cross. Bring it all the way back up. Just one more time. Just getting some movement into those whole legs from the foot focus. Good. I'm just going to go one more time. Notice if you're feeling any tension in there. Good work. Now, just keeping the whole leg straight up. Now just do it with a foot focus. So you're just going down. You won't be able to go as far. Obviously, the range of motion will be much smaller. But see if you can still do it, working through the ankles and the feet. You really have to, I have to really focus on that so that I don't move anything but the ankle and feet. My whole leg really wants to get in on the act, doesn't it? And go the other way. Beautiful. And now just let them just cross. So you just get a nice release and a relax. Excellent. You can pull yourself up. Let's bend those legs. Let's do a nice test first for the foot sliders. So putting maybe your hands here, sitting up tall on that bone. So I'm going to wiggle around, see if you can feel your hip bones there. Pulling yourself up. And now from the chin focus, let's lift the chin and the head up. And again, just noticing, don't overdo. You're just going to wherever you can, no pain. Eyeballs look up so you get a sense. From the chin focus, drop back down. So now you know what you're feeling like for that. I'm going to, again, allow myself to sit back and relax here. Feet are up pretty close to your tail. And we're just going to start with one leg. Just slide it out on the heel. Pause, keeping a slight bend in the knee. Flex the foot, curl the toes, drop the foot straight down, bring it all the way back. Now keep those ball joints down. Just, I'm cramping. Just lift the toes and spread them and drop those toes. Ooh, what's with the cramping? Let's take it back out. Flex the foot, curl the toes, drop the foot, slide her back in, lift the toes and spread them, drop the toes, take it back out one last time. Again, keep a slight bend in that knee, flexing the foot, curling toes, drop the foot, slide back in, lift the toes and spread them, drop the toes. Let's go to the other side. Same thing, taking it out, flexing the foot, curling those toes, uncurl and drop so it's a flat foot, slide it back in, keep the ball joints down as you lift and spread the toes and drop them, Back out for 2. And flex. Let's curl the toes. Good. Drop the foot down. Bring it all the way back. Lift the toes and spread them. Drop toes. Last time. Take it out. I just love this move. Curl the toes. And I love that you can do it seated at your desk. You can do it on a couch. It doesn't matter. Lift the toes and drop them. It just seems to always work. So now you may need to bring those feet out a little bit wider, putting the hands on the shins so you can pull yourself back up. Wiggle on those hip bones. And then once you're there, lifting the chin, dropping the head back, noticing how that feels. And keep pulling up as you bring the chin back up. And relax. Doesn't that feel nice? Let's bring the feet back out. Bottoms touching. Hands right here below here. Pulling up. Let's just get a little bit of motion here in the back. Release back. Little catty cow here. Pulling it back up just to keep yourself comfortable. Before we get on the floor, I would like to do a hamstring release. We'll do it with both legs and up. Because why not? We can always use a hamstring release. Always, 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 17,000 times a day, right? So let's just test the hams first, just to get a sense. So the legs are straight out, sitting up again on the bones, coming on over, just noticing. It's just a test. Now drop your head. See how that head feels now. How does that neck feel? We're not done with it yet. But at least you got that release. And just noticing where you're at. And bring yourself back up. Let's go ahead. I'm going to do them both at the same time. Again, just for time's sake. If you need a towel, you can put them over those ball joints on both of them. Pulling up. And there's that chin. Aren't you glad we released it before we did this? And then pressing the heels, creating that resistance as we come all the way down. And let it all go. Let those legs just flop to the side for a second. Use your hands to bring yourself back up. Bending those knees back up. Hands on the balls of the joints. Pulling up, lifting the chin. And pressing all the way back out again. And allowing the head to just drop at the same tempo. And relax. And last one. We'll pull them up. Bloop. And taking it here. Pulling it up. Lifting the chin and dropping on down as the head continues to drop and relax. Yes, there we go. And pulling it all up. Beautiful. Shaking it out a little bit. Let's go ahead and test this one. So we're sitting up tall on the bones again. Let's come on over. Dropping the head. Oh yeah, much better. I just love that move. And coming on up. All right, you guys, let's go down onto our backs. I'm gonna grab something to drink here. Hydrate up that fascia. Yesa, yesa. And, very nice. I'm just gonna start right up with the feet bent in that nice place. Now, yes, we'll do more with our neck. But for right now, let's play a little bit with only doing, what we're going to do, like separate the arch. We could bring the arms up and just to neutral. We're just going to do a little bit of focus without going all the way into the flatten. Then we'll do flatten by itself, okay? So paying attention now, how does the body just settle on the ground? How is your body expressing itself today? What are you feeling when you're just here? You just landed. What does neutral back feel to you? So you just get a sense of what's touching, what you're feeling. Noticing, do you feel a little heavier on one side of the body to the other? Does it feel like one side is just dropped down a little more than the other? And that might be different. You might start just noticing that on the feet. Do you feel pretty even with the feet? And then how about up in the pelvis? And then how about up in the shoulders? Good. And before we start, just from here, just turn your head to one side. Notice what that feels like. Looking over. Then head straight up and go to the other side. Again, it's just a noticing. and then back up. Where are you today? Beautiful. Let's go ahead. We're going to inhale into that belly. Let the tailbone drop out. I'm going to go ahead right into bringing my arms up into a bit of a V. I love this because as I inhale, feeling the tailbone, I can also get that big sense of expansion across the rib cage. As that happens, what are you feeling in your neck? And then slow exhale, but just to neutral. Just let the arms go down, the back comes to neutral. Allow the spine to just react as it's going to react. And at the end, even though you're not pressing down, just really let all the air out of your belly. Let's go again. Inhale. You might even want to jazz the fingers. That always just feels good to me. I notice if I do that, I feel even more tailbone press. And then exhale back down to neutral. And relax. So on that one, the focus was a bit of tailbone press. This next time, let's do it again and feel the lift of the lower back. See if that gives you a different sense. Inhale. Good. What's happening up with your head and your chin? Now feel the lift of the lower back and exhale to neutral. And now in neutral, just completely land. Just let go of all the tension. Beautiful. Now let's go ahead. We're going to inhale. You don't have to arch the tail. Just let yourself get a nice big belly breath, bringing the air up. All the way into the chest. And then on the exhale from the chest, exhale there, exhale from the rib cage. Good. Now as you exhale, bring that belly button, like you can, I keep saying belly button, but you're just exhaling, right? And now allow yourself to tilt. So you're getting that beautiful flat back and really pull it all down into the ground. Can you do that? But have everything else relaxed. Upper body still relaxed, even though you're really drawing this in. And now let's inhale. Bring it all the way back up. Exhale one more time. Giving yourself a flattened back. Good, and see if you can hold the flattened back. You can still breathe. Everything else can still stay relaxed. What are you doing in your shoulders and your neck? And you might find that as you're trying to hold that, you're tensing in the neck and shoulders. Can you let it go? And then just allow it to come to neutral. Just neutral spine. Take a nice deep breath, just a neutral breath. Just to relax and let go of all of that tension. Outstanding, you guys. All right, so that just gave us a little bit different kind of focus on that. Now we're going to keep playing with the neck and pelvis. So it's that cranial and sacral, the cranial sacral connection. So this is going to be a little bit, it's called like nerve flossing. So we're going to kind of work on the whole nerve endings that go from the cranium to the sacral. So we're going to be working with the leg and the neck on this. So all I want you to do is you're going to inhale, and as you do, let the head that you can think of even from the chin lift as you, here we go, inhale, let the chin lift and go ahead and straighten one leg. I'm going to start with my right pointed toe. So let the head draw back. You can think about the chin lifting, one leg straightening pointed toe. Good. And then exhale, bring the head to neutral, bend the leg back up again to neutral. Good. Now we're going to go opposite. So now we're going to inhale. You're going to bring the knee into the chest, tuck the chin, and bring it in. Or just tuck it. Let's just tuck it to start. So you're just tucking the chin, bringing the leg in, and then bringing it all back to neutral and relax. Let's do that one again. So on the inhale, lifting the chin, straightening the leg. Good. Almost this time, see if you can almost touch the top of your head to the ground. And then exhale to neutral. Head neutral, leg comes back up bend. And then let go of all the tension. Good. Let's inhale, bring the knee back up, tuck chin. Good, and feel the length now on the back of the chin as you pull that leg up. And then come back to neutral. One more time like that. Inhale, straightening the leg, lifting the chin. Good, almost seeing how far that head can go without lifting the shoulders. Right now, keep the shoulders down. And then bring it all to neutral and let go. Inhale, bring the knee up, tuck chin. What are you feeling there? Are you feeling some length in the back of that head? Sometimes I always have to take my hand and almost draw it up to feel that, and then bring it back to neutral. Relax. Good. Now, we're going to change it up a little bit. This time, as we straighten the leg, we're going to tuck the chin. So we're going to do it both ways, okay? So go ahead, inhale, draw the leg down, tuck the chin. How does that feel? See, like for me, I get a much more lengthening of the back of the neck. And then just exhale, bring that knee back up. Relax, relax the head. So you got what we're going to do. This time we're going to inhale, bring the knee up, and lift the chin. So we're going the opposite way. Seeing if you can almost touch the top of the head there. And then bring it all the way back to neutral. Let it go. So let's swing between those two, just one or two more times. So straightening the leg out, lifting the head. I'm saying lifting the head, I'm not using the right words. Lifting the chin, right, to bring the head back as that leg draws down. Exhale to neutral. Pausing at the center to let it all go. Now you're going to inhale, bring the knee up, chin to chest. So on this one, you're kind of lengthening the lower back by bringing the knee up, and then you're tucking the chin and lengthening up through the spine in the neck, and then bring it back to neutral. Ooh, very nice. Let's pause there, bring both legs down. Head neutral, just relax all the tension. Good. Just notice if you feel anything different. It's kind of weird in this place, but I actually am feeling a little bit more open on that whole right side. Now, just for ha-has, go ahead, tuck your chin here. And then lift the chin back. Notice what you might be feeling. Do you feel like, and we've done already foot sliders, so we should really have a beautiful lift right here. Opening in the throat, contracting in the back, and then just letting it go. Let's also just allow the head to turn to one side. See if that feels any different. You have a little bit more range of motion. Even though we didn't do side to side, we're still working in that whole neck region. And bring it all the way back up, looking up, and then turn the head to the other side. That's interesting, I actually do. And bring it back to the center. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and bend both knees now. We're going to do that same thing on the left. So let's begin by straight inhaling as you straighten the leg and lifting the chin so that the head draws back. Good. Notice what that might feel like. And then bring it all back to neutral. Good. Let's inhale. Bring the leg into the chest, tuck the chin. So again, lengthening the lower back, lengthening at the neck. Bring it all back to neutral. Relax. Good. Let's do that same thing again. Straightening the leg with the inhale, lifting the chin. Exhale back to neutral.
Inhale, bring the knee up, tuck the chin. Relaxing everything else. Boy, my upper body really wants to get in on this act. So interesting. And then just bring it all the way back to neutral and let it go. Good. We're going to switch that up now. Straightening the leg and tucking the chin. You ready? Inhale, straighten the leg down, tuck the chin. And I feel a nice lengthen on that. Exhale, bring it all back to neutral. Relax all tension. Inhale, bring the knee up, chin lifts. And bring it back to neutral. This is not good for your hair, for your good hairdo, is it? And relax. Let's do that one the same way. Inhale as you straighten the leg, tuck the chin. Are you getting even more range of motion, even with that chin tuck? And exhale to neutral. Relax. And one more time. Inhale, letting the knee come up, the head goes back. And exhale to neutral. Nice. And let it all go. Beautiful. Let's bring those knees in for a nice rock. Little rock. Then let's do one more time looking side to side, and then we're going to get on our belly and do a little bit of release side to side for that neck. So right there, go ahead, drop the legs. Arms are out at your side, palms up. Just allow the head to roll to one side over one shoulder. Again, just get a sense of, wow, man, I really got a good range of motion on that. And up and over to the other side. Boy, I find that interesting in that we weren't really doing necessarily a focus on side to side. But I don't know about you guys, but I got a really nice additional range of motion. Let's go ahead and roll over onto your side and then onto the belly. Goalpost arms. You can draw your chin down and allow the forehead to touch. I'm going to kind of jelly roll my legs a little bit just to relax the lower back. You don't want to take any of this in. You can feel just a gentle press, gentle on the hip bones. And let's do our lift, not so much by pressing the arms in here, but by taking that deep breath and feel it in the rib cage, just lift you. So inhale. Feel as it comes up, there's a buoyancy and a lift. Your head is looking straight down at the floor. You can gently press in the arms now if you want. And then slowly turn the head to one side. And then exhale, just let everything drop down. You'll be on one cheek. And let go of all the tension. Good, let's do that again. So you're going to inhale into the rib cage, allow it to lift you. Good, the cheek is still parallel to the floor here as you lift. You can gently press forearms and now drop the chin a little, keeping that chin right in that place. You can slowly turn the head all the way to the other side. Shoulders stay down your back, hips are level and steady. All the way to the other side, and when you're as far as you're ready to go, no pain, no strain, exhale and drop that straight down so you're on the side of your cheek and let go of all the tension. Good, noticing on the face where you're at right now. Inhale again. Letting it lift. Slowly drop all the way to the other side. Notice if that chin wants to lift. You don't want to. You want to keep that focus on lengthening across the neck all the way to the other side. Exhale, drop. And relax. Beautiful. Inhale, lift. Exhale to the other side. Paying attention to all the things you notice, and then exhale as you drop. And relax. Notice if you're getting a little bit more range of motion. Now inhale and just come back to the center. Inhale for the lift. Exhale right back to center. And you can exhale and let yourself drop. Now the arms, I want you to bring them up, straighten them up a little bit more. I'm kind of in a wide V. Good. And now inhale in that wide V. Notice where you're at, you're looking at the floor. And now turn the head in this position. And exhale and drop. And relax. Notice, can you get as far? I know I can't. I feel it differently. Just from having the arms up a little bit. Inhale into the rib cage. Let yourself expand. I also don't get quite as much expansion. Keep looking at the floor as you slowly turn to the other side. Exhale when you're ready and allow that to drop down. Beautiful. Inhale one more time and just come to the center. Nice. Bring the arms in next to you. Let's shift back into a beautiful little child's pose here. Shift the hips back. You can stretch it all out here. Bringing the arms out into that wider V. And then maybe even press the palms in. And from your lats, pull back a little bit so you get a nice stretch in the lats. And then allow the hips to go to one side and take the arms over to the other side. You can take this outside arm, maybe even cross it over the other. Just getting a nice stretch there in that side. Let's take a deep breath here. Inhale into that rib cage. And exhale. And then shift sides. Hip goes to the other side. The arms come up and around. Breathe into that side of the rib cage. Very good. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Coming back to the center. And let's go all the way back onto our backs one more time. Let's just do a little bit of scapula scoops now. Now that we really did a good release of the neck, bringing it all back. Good. I'm going to keep let's go ahead and drop the legs. Arms down, palms up. Let's take a quick focus here. And just notice as you landed, where in the back of your head did you land? And you might even want to just tuck the chin a little, just gently lift the head. I'm even going to put my hand to support the top back of my head. And I'm going to feel a nice lengthen on the neck. And then just allow it to drop. And see how does that feel? And now in this position, go ahead and turn the head again, one direction. What are you feeling? And then bringing it up with an inhale. And exhale over to the other side. Beautiful. And back up. Hopefully you got a little bit more range of motion in that. I know that I did. Let's go ahead and bend the knees now. We're going to do just a little bit of the scapula scoops now. So I like to have my hands behind my head just because, and the elbows out to the side, because that allows me to feel my shoulder blades a little bit more. If that gives you any kind of issue in your shoulder, just make yourself comfortable wherever that is for you. Good. So now I'm going to gently press my elbows down just so I can kind of get a sense of my shoulder blades, wiggle them around a little bit. And let's start with our right shoulder blade. So you can gently press that down and then slide the shoulder blade up towards the neck. Good. And if you want, you can turn the head or maybe lift the chin. See how that feels today. And I'm not getting any neck tension. That is so nice. And then slowly just allow that shoulder blade to come back to neutral. You almost don't have to push it. It wants to come back to neutral. Let's do the same thing with the left. So pressing it down, sliding that one up. Good. The shoulder will lift, but the focus is the blade. And if your head just wants to move towards it or away, allow it. And then slowly release everything back to the starting place and let go of all the tension. Beautiful. Let's draw both of them up. So think about the shoulder blade, focusing there, sliding both blades up. And notice how that might feel different than just lifting the shoulders, focusing from the blade. Good. Does your head want to do something? Does the chin want to lift there? If you lift the chin, do you get more sensation? I actually did. So that if there is, you can do a bit of a hug. And then bring everything slowly back to neutral and relax. Just notice, I'm going to kind of shift my legs a little bit side to side as well. Just let go of all that lower body tension as well. Sometimes we're working on one part, the other part wants to tense up. Now, right shoulder blade, press it down a little bit, slide it down, directly down towards the hip. And notice what else wants to happen. Like my back always wants to arch when I do this. And I actually almost want to just tip over towards that right side. That's what my body wants. Just listen to what your body naturally is asking for. And then bring it all back to level. And let it go. Because that upper part, the shoulder blade and the hip and the pelvis, they're all working together. So it will tell you, if you'll listen, what it's asking for. Let's do the left side. Shoulder blade slides down. Yep, I want to just kind of roll over onto that side a little bit with an arch. And I just feel that a little bit mid-back. And then come all the way back. And let go of all the tension. Whew. Let's do right shoulder blade up, left one down. How does that shift it? So focus, can you focus on right up and left down? And typically that will make you want to contract. The body will contract over to the left or the one that's going down. Where does your head want to go? And bring it all the way back. And let go of all that tension. Good work. Let's switch. Left shoulder blade up, right shoulder blade down. Do you feel like you have more range of motion when you do this on one side than the other? And all the way back. And just let it all go. Beautiful. I'm going to take my hands out from underneath or behind my head and give ourselves a nice little rock. Last little rock, side to side. Maybe a nice little circle. Good. I'm going to end this practice, even though it's not neck and shoulders per se, but with our number 4. So I'm just going to give us a nice number 4. Press that one leg there. I'm just going to lift it up a little bit and take that for a little bit of a circle ride. Side to side. And then I'm going to let the legs drop over to the left so that the bottom of my foot is there. I might take my left hand around the outside of that shin just to hold it. Other arm is out. And I'm just going to allow myself to get a bit of a spine twist, but also that'll also help you get into the piriformis IT band. So let's be here for just maybe 4 or 5 nice breaths. When you inhale, feel yourself inhaling into that rib cage. This is a really nice stretch too for after some of the weight work that we've done this week with the squats and the curtsy lunges. That might feel good. So just remembering this one in case you need it later on. And let's go ahead and bring the legs back up. I'm going to go ahead and let them go over to the other side so that that top leg holds internal rotation on the bottom. Again, just another lovely little twist. But the opposite way. And just notice where your head wants to go with this.
So my head wanted to tuck a little bit on my chin and then turn just a little bit to the left side, but just listen to yours. Again, using this inhale into the breath to expand on that rib cage, get a little more stretch there. And on the exhale, really relax everything. See if you can sink a little deeper into this stretch. And let's go ahead and press the nails down into the ground to help you bring that leg back up. And switch sides. So left leg comes up. Good. I'm going to lift them, take them for a little ride. And a little bit of a circle. Feeling where I need that stretch, like right there. Up and around. And then when you're ready, dropping it down to the right, same thing. And allow that beautiful twist in that stretch across piriformis, IT band. The minimus and the maximus. Breathing into the rib cage. Let's take another deep breath. Beautiful, releasing that leg. Bring it back up and over to the other side for the final spine stretch on this side. Can you use the breath to relax, inhaling and exhale. Bringing yourself back up to the center. Uncrossing that leg, drawing the legs down and the arms down. And just let yourself completely relax down into the ground. Taking a nice cleansing breath in through the nose, expanding the belly and bringing the breath all the way up. Good, as you hold at the top, you're going to do a very slow exhale, putting your focus now on your palms. Feeling how that energy just pushes right down into the palms. So you're keeping all the energy in the body as you're exhaling. And then this next time, let's do our audible sigh out with a ha. And just as you ha for outside if you can, feel the vibration in your heart space. Inhale. With that beautiful exhale, just settle down. And allow yourself to just completely melt down into the ground. Me, I always love the visualization. I just visualize and feel just the perfect sun warmth on my body. I just almost visualize myself like a pat of butter in the sun, just melting down into the ground. No tension. Feeling that warmth hitting my body, getting down deep into the bones. And yet I can feel just a beautiful little cool breeze across my skin. Breathing in, breathing out. and simply be exactly what is showing up in this moment, with no resistance, no story. Thanks so much for joining today, you guys. I hope that was helpful. Notice how your neck feels as you go through your weekend. Thanks so much, and I'll see you on Monday.